Return at 9 o'clock as we go talking politics and current affairs. Oh my friend, there's something about today that we should really commemorate. I believe so.
That's right. Okay, so today is actually the International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victims of the Crime of Genocide and the Prevention of this crime. All right. Of course, it is December 9th, right? So the role of commemoration and memory for the prevention of genocide is indeed absolutely important. So,
right.
I'll let you.
That's right. And did you also know that every 9 December, the United Nations Office of the Specializer in Prevention of Genocide marks the adoption of the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide? Well, a crucial global commitment, though, and that was made at the founding of the United Nations. That was immediately preceding the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by, at the time, right? So let's just put it that way. But this is the much that we can tell you about today. That is the theme: remembrance and prevention. The role of commemoration and memory for of genocide. Let's greet you in a way that we know how to. Kara Inakwana, Otutuoma, Agife, Olodudu, and in your dialect you say.
I know you've missed this, for the longest time.
I missed it. Let it come. In my dialect, this is a messiere, and finally in the language that you and I understand, Una. Good morning. Right? My name is Udwak Daniel, and
I am Omefepiso Semere Yudi. We can't really start the show without congratulating Ghanaians. I mean, our lovely brothers, and sisters.
Brothers and sisters. Well, I actually had a Ghanaian, on the show, not on the show though, but yeah. At the tail end of the show last week, and when he was talking and all of that, he was talking on health benefits and all of that. I was just paying attention to the accent. I'm like, okay, the accent come to me in real life. There's no more movies, no more. But yes, congratulations to Ghana right there. I mean, that was a superfluous, sensational electioneering process for you guys. And the funny thing about us, Amoife, as I was saying, somebody was saying something about corruption being very endemic, being a major problem in Nigeria. That was
in Nigeria or Africa?
Well, in Africa, in the world, but using Nigeria as a point of call, and said that was based on the transformative, according to them, or to the person, I think Bagud, I'm not mistaken now, transformative power of the tax reform bills of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But then as soon as he said it, he said, but it's not just Nigeria. The UK has such they started calling other countries and all of that. To my mind, I say, what is with the whole when we say the corruption is different, then we say, but we now use look for people you compare yourself with, and also
no, we're not just comparing ourselves, with others.
Consoling ourselves.
Not consoling ourselves. We just want you to know that the issues that we are bedeviled, with at the moment, they are also in other climes. So they're not just typical to Nigeria alone. All right. So I mean, it's still a what's it called now? It's still a developing story. This tax reform bills, and it looks like even in the month of January 2025, we're still going to be chewing on this. But again, bills. When we make reference to developed countries, where things are actually working, they have structures in place, strong institutions and what have you. Isn't that because of the heavy tax, a regime or system that has been practiced over there? Right. All right, we are a developing country, but maybe we're not ripe, for that yet. I mean, Sarah has already come out to tell the federal government that look, these tax reform bills, must also put into consideration the rights of the citizens. I mean, so that it will not choke them too much. That's right. Choky, and after all, you said let the poor breathe.
Right.
Breathe.
Okay, but let's give you some things that you ought to know already. This is going to be a very smart read, so you might as well want to keep your ears glued. Remember that we give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Now, the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, NSIB, says it has commenced an investigation into a serious incident involving a Flybird HS-125 aircraft with registration number 5NKAL. Right now, the aircraft operating a flight from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, to Kotka International Airport, Accra, experienced technical difficulties during its flight on December 6th of 2024.
All right. This should be the case, I think I reviewed this last week, Thursday or Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Right. But, investigation is ongoing.
It's still ongoing. So
let's see. Yeah. And we'd like you to know as well that President Bola Tinubu says that things are taking shape for the better, even though people may not like his government. He said, amid the tough challenges in the country, his administration had made some progress, noting that there are better days ahead. Tinubu said this at the graduation ceremony for the Executive Intelligence Management Course 17 at the National Institute for Security Studies in Abuja at the weekend.
All right. He said that. Better days ahead. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. All right. Now, the Naira appreciated by 137 Naira against the United States dollar within a week, and following the introduction of the Central Bank of Nigeria's new foreign exchange platform. Now, data obtained from the CBN's website on Sunday showed that the closing exchange, which was 1,672 Naira to a dollar on Friday, November 29 of 2024, rose to 1,535 Naira to a dollar at the end of the week of Friday, December 6 of 2024. And that is representing an 8.24% gain.
Should I ring the bell?
No, please.
Why not?
No.
That's actually a step in the right direction. We can only pray that this momentum, would be sustained,
right?
But let me just ring the bell.
Just ring half of the bell, please.
Even the bell is tired. Honestly.
Well, that's some good progress though. We just hope that this one will get down to 1,000 Naira, at least 900 Naira. Then okay.
Now, 3 Nigerians have been arrested in Delhi, and of course, they are due to face a minimum of 3 years imprisonment for allegedly defrauding an Indian woman of over 2.62.
Yeah. What is it? Is it Iraq? What do they call that stuff now for India?
Okay.
Come on.
I saw RS there. I almost said rand, but not rand.
Lakh. Yeah.
Now, a report by the Times of India on Saturday stated that the cybercrime police apprehended John, Mohammed, and Ekena in connection with a case involving the alleged defrauding of an Indian woman.
Okay.
What is going on, though?
Well, what is going on is what is going on, MYFA. What can we say? I mean, operators of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested a building engineer, Igwu Inya, suspected to be a drug trafficker. Now, a statement on Sunday, that was yesterday, by the NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi said the 42-year-old Inya was arrested on December 2 at the Okason Motor Park in Enugu, when he showed up to collect 3 units of pressure machines containing parcels of Loud, a synthetic strain of cannabis weighing 7.40 kilograms. Okay.
What a name, Loud.
Loud.
What a name.
And then he was also collected loudly. Okay.
Now let's head on to Gombe State, where the police command said it had arrested some suspects in connection with the death of one person following a clash between some youth and Fulani headsmen in the Lano village, Yamautu Deba local government area of the state on Saturday. The state police public relations officer Buhari Abdullahi disclosed this on Sunday.
So away from Gombe State now, let's go to Akwa Ibom State, where the police command has confirmed that an abducted lawyer and his niece have been rescued from their kidnappers' den by the operators. I think we should give them a bell. I mean, thank you. Okay. All right, but yeah, it does feel good when we hear good stories and good things that that we are making giant strides and all. Now, a trending video clip indicates that the victims were rescued when operators of the command stormed an underground tunnel where the victims were held hostage. Okay, that's something good. We like it.
Tunnel.
Okay. Underground.
Now, academic and non-teaching staff at Lagos State University, Ojo, have declared an indefinite strike over the issue of salary increment. Following the industrial action, administration activities have been crippled on the main campus. Now, this is no news.
This is no news.
It looks like a strike is just, about the best way to press on demand in this country.
And funny enough, it's looming. Now, the federal government has distanced itself from a purported list of ambassadorial nominees currently circulating on social media. Now, in a Sunday statement, acting spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebi Imamotimi Ebiemfa, described this list as being fake.
Right. Please take note.
Take note.
And the last thing we'd like you to know for today will be the fact that troops of a joint task force, Southeast Operation Udoka, have cleared the camps of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed affiliate, the Eastern Security Network, ESN, in Imo, Enugu, and Ebonyi states. Now, this is contained in a statement issued in Umuahia by the spokesman for the task force, Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Umakalu, and made available to newsmen on Sunday.
All right, you heard it already. Now let's jump into the front page of Nigerian newspapers and bring you up to speed with what's going on. It's going to be a fast read, so keep your ears out there. And just before we do that, remember that you also get the opportunity to add your voice, give us your 2 cents, and let us know which of the headlines jumps at you, pops at you, tickles your fancy, or begs for your reaction. And let's give you the numbers, because we may not be able to give you the numbers again, right?
All right. The numbers to call are 090-8766-8888 or 090-7353-0044.
And the WhatsApp portal number is 009-754450. Please, your voice note should just be 1 minute 30 seconds at most, 1 minute 35 seconds. All right, and then of course keep it short and simple when you're giving us your WhatsApp text. All right, so make it short. Don't. All right, please, and just be clear as well. All right, so we don't have to struggle so much, right? But anyways, that being said, the Punch newspaper, the big story on the front page now. Lakurawa, we're still hearing this name even in Nigeria. Well, Nigerian neighbors begin offensive against new terror group. Okay, now the writer that follows is DHQ vows to block security gaps as Nigeria, Chad, Niger hold joint military operations. That story you'd find on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
Right, and just above that story, Tinubu others congratulate Mahama as opposition clinches Ghana presidency, and again congratulations are in order, but you'll find details of our story on page 12.
All right, away from page 12 now to the base of the Punch newspaper. Let's punch you with this one. Syrian rebels oust Assad, end 60-year family rule. Page 9 is carrying that story. I saw that story.
That actually speaks to some level of resilience coming from the people.
Yes.
I mean, when they are united and they can actually come together and say, look, we don't want this, we want change, and the change we must get. I mean, this is just a clear example.
It also goes back to the what we usually say whenever we are at the 9 o'clock hour. We say the powers in the people, and politics is what we address. Remember that the real power is with you. All right, just above the Punch newspaper banner now.
Right, tax reform. The Kika again, Akume played Northern opposition as Senate meets AGF. You find that one on page 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah,
and outside the shores of Nigeria now, Trump plans mass deportations, end to birthright citizenship. Are you serious?
I think we need to check X, to see the reactions.
Lord have mercy.
Honestly.
Wow. Okay.
Nigerians, please take note of that.
All right.
Birthright citizenship. An end is coming to it.
It's coming to it, right? So for those who have gained it before, all right. But anyone that says, I am going there. Okay. Well, you already
Trump
heard
is about to give the whole world a run, for its money.
In fact, it's going to be a shocker ever since he got into that place. Okay. But anyways, let's go see the Nation newspaper now. Tinubu hails Mahama on return to power in Ghana. Page 5 carried that story now.
Still on page 5, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, $100 billion in failed projects offer development opportunities.
Well, I think this was it. Not Bagudu now. This was Jimoh Ibrahim. This was the stuff I said to you.
All right.
And he said, it's corruption. But it's not only in Nigeria we have had failed projects. We've had it in this. We've had it in that. And all of that. But anyways, you want to go see that the juice in that one, you can go to page 5. But let's go to page 10 now. Okay. I would skip 10. Let's get to the big story now. Bagudu Aliyu, why tax reform is transformative. Okay, and this one has got a couple of writers now. It's pro-poor, Akume explains, and the second writer, no provision for tax consultant, says Oyedele, and that's where it begins on the front page of the Nation newspaper. And where does it continue? Not okay, page 4.
I've got sharp eyes. I've got sharp eyes, honestly. And that's because I've stopped drinking Gary. Yes.
God, I'm my face.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Let's move on now to this one, talking about 753 duplexes What's that?
That's just it. So,
okay.
On page 11.
It's on page 11. I think the conversation continues,
that's right? That's right.
Yes, and then forex inflows hit $4.05 billion. The story is on the front page. It continues on page
5. Oh, 4.
Are you sure it's 4 or 5?
Sharp eyes. You've got it. I know. It's 4.
All right.
Just at the base now, Russia grants asylum to fleeing Assad family after Syria's fall to rebels. Oh, Syria falls to rebels. Page 5. I thought we fell to the peoples, but now rebels. Okay, just above the Nation newspaper now, banner, we see at the top the apogee, Geregu Power emerges NGX, most compliant listed company for 2023, and that is in continuation on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. Right, with that one we give a summation.
Okay, what's going on with this photograph right there?
Okay,
that speaks to Christmas celebration.
That's right, it does.
But I don't know, the caption is not so clear. So
that's
really
right, the caption is not so clear.
Really cannot.
But you want to go see it? Remember, it's the Nation newspaper. See why there is a family right there. They look more like a family of uncles and
looking
sisters,
looking
all good and
wearing the Christmas cap.
That's right.
You know,
they look ho 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 ho. That's how they look now. But anyways, let's move away from the Nation now and bring you the Daily Trust newspaper.
Right, on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper, the big news story there says dry season farming suffers as dams infrastructure collapses. All right, not the national grid now.
I know.
And right underneath it says farmers resort to boreholes and wells. Details on the front page. It continues on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper.
That's right. All right. Now look at this one just above that story. Now it says suspend tax bills to get buy-in of all. Page 19. That story, is continued as well. Well, you want to go see that? I don't know, but whatever it may be, suspend tax bills to get buy-in of all. Let's go to the base now.
Before we go to the base, UD, do you really think, what are the chances that the federal government is going to bow to pressure?
The chances, as they have bowed to pressure when the president through the AGF summoned the 36 states and said we have to have a local government autonomy. We might see the same thing play out, but some are already saying that these political giants have learned from that mistake and that they will put in a fight this time. I don't know.
Because it's just becoming something else, honestly.
But the president seems very dogged about this bill. In fact, said, I would not retrieve it. I would not withdraw it. It's going to be on your table. The best that you can do is deliberate on it while it's on your table. Make the necessary adjustment while it's on your table. But this one must pass. As at last week, Seriake Dixon had also been mentioned to saying that, look, even if Evan falls, this bill, it will be passed. I mean, so it means that
it's been views and counter views, basically dissenting voices from the region.
That's right.
And
of course. At first, it felt as though the 36 states governors were also part of this, but now it does seem as though it's mostly the northern voice conversation now as we are seeing it. But anyways, let's see how it pans out though in the coming days.
All right, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper is up next, and PDP chair pro-Damagum forces planned takeover of, I think that should be Board of Trustees, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, BOT.
Now, this comes with 4 riders underneath that headline. The first one says, other stakeholders mount pressure on David Mark to take over in February. I don't know, try to set this man up now.
I don't know.
And now, 67 BOT members face uncertainty over plot. Wabara under pressure over stance on tenure of acting chairman. And the last rider says states have power to nominate tenured BOT members. National Publicity Secretary talking there. But you find all of that on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
Well, we would have loved to take almost everything, but this time we're going to be very selective for want of time. Tax reform bills have no provisions for consultants on tax collection. Oyedele is saying that one now.
And that's on page 6.
That's right, page 6. Basically.
And then moving on to page 7, how inflation, high cost of raw materials dampen manufacturers' confidence in food, beverage, textile sectors.
That's right.
Right.
Page 7, of course, they follow back to back at 1 to 6. You get 7 to another page 6 now. Consumer rights violation. FCCPC cautions MPs against obstructing inquiry. All right, that's what it is. Let's just see at the very apogee of the Nigerian Tribune newspapers now.
Ghana's ex-president John Mahama wins a re-election. Rival concedes defeat. Tinubu congratulates him. Details on page 3.
That's right. And then with that one, of course, we'll just say bye-bye to Nigerian Tribune for want of time. Let's go see the Guardian newspaper now.
Still talking about the tax reform bills.
My goodness.
States eye 180% hike in VAT earnings amid push for fiscal federalism. Now, there's a breakdown right there on the front page,
Quite a
just
lot.
so you know get sense of what this is all about. But that's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper.
That's right away from 6 now. We see this one measure, tax bills impact on human rights. Serap tells National Assembly, and that one you'd find on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper now.
All right, funding a weak political will bedeviling varsity system. That's on page 8.
All right. Omafe, you failed me.
I'm sorry.
Omafe, you failed me.
I'm sorry.
Now, NLC TUC is saying now, they said you failed workers. Labor group flays NLC TUC, right? So labor groups are the ones telling NLC and TUC now, you have failed us. You have failed us. All right, you want to see what the failure is about?
But don't you think so? Don't you think the NLC and TUC, they've actually failed, Nigerian workers?
Well,
don't think so.
Don't you think the Nigerian
whatever
workers...
happened to the December 1 strike
Right.
threat to the federal government?
Well, don't you think that the Nigerian workers themselves have failed themselves?
How do you mean?
Who are the Nigerian workers? Aren't they the people that make up the civil service? Okay, let's not even go to that conversation so that we don't start opening things up. I mean, look at all these monies that have been stolen, all these monies that have been stashed out. Who are the people aiding them? The civil service.
Really?
Yes. Serap has been uncovering. I mean, there's one since 2021. They're just uncovering it now. And what are we saying about these things?
Well, civil servants might just come for you this morning, UD. Please count me out of it.
No, but let's call a spade and not an overgrown spoon, right? But yeah, that's what it is with the Guardian newspaper and the Vanguard newspaper at this point in time.
Right. How non-appointment of ambassadors is hurting Nigeria. This statement is actually credited to, envoys.
Yeah.
This has 1, 2, 3, 4 riders underneath it. The first one says...
bilateral agreements, MOUs face hiccups.
And then embassies operate without ambassadors for 15 months.
Okay.
The third writer says Tinubu gets least may announce nominees this week. And the last one says...
why experienced, credible people must be appointed. Ex-ambassadors are saying that right now. And this is what I'm talking about, right? Come out there and start to set the story straight. We need experienced people, please. We don't need just anybody on that list. That's what they are saying. And that's what we're expecting. But just of the Vanguard newspaper banner now, we see
any threat to Nigeria's security, internal or external, will face justice. This is actually credited to the National Security Advisor, and you find that one on page 8 the Vanguard newspaper.
So yet another page 8 now looking popular. Marketers may lift petrol from PH refinery this week. Ipman is saying that.
We're not going to dwell on that, all right? Moving on to page 21. Why Naira is in massive recovery race across all markets. Now, this is by bankers.
Right.
You see why I had to ring the bell to it earlier?
Okay. All right.
Because
ring again.
We've recorded, some gains. Significant or insignificant.
Okay.
There's been a problem. Thank you.
Fine. No problem. Tinubu hails Bahama after Ghana's presidential poll win. Page 8.
All right, and then tax reform bills. A Senate committee meets with AGF tomorrow. Sits today. So what's the difference? We're meeting tomorrow. Why are you sitting today?
That's a good question.
But that's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
Away from 9 to 21, NIN modification. Nigerians narrate bitter experiences as banks NIMC, as namesake, trade blames.
Okay.
All right. Well, am I shocked?
All right. Fair hike. Keyamo, FCCPC at war over air peace. That's on page 41.
That's right. EFCC intensifies investigation of NFF. Page 47 for the sport lovers now. And finally, though,
multiple taxes. ROW, is that ROW?
That's
or
right.
ROW
ROW, yes, ROW issues.
Vandalism, stifling telecom sector. This is according to ADCON.
ADCON.
get details on page 9.
That's right. With this, we say bye-bye, to the front pages now. But of course, we are welcoming you.
You must give me a second.
No, it's okay.
I need to call, but this is not COVID.
Okay. That's right. We're back and live. All right, so let's get to the front page.
Thank you.
All right.
But don't be scared. It's not COVID.
No, I'm not scared.
Thank you.
I'm not scared.
We're maintaining social distance.
Of course, we're still maintaining social distancing. Right. This is still the Eagles Breakfast Show, and yes, it's the pages, and it's time for us to look, into each of these headlines individually or collectively, right? We gave you the numbers already, and you can already put that call through, and let's have that conversation.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Dr. Prince. Dr. Prince, good morning.
My king, how are you, my king? God bless you.
Fine, doctor.
I'm happy to hear from you people.
That's right. Thank you.
In fact, I'm calling from Karima as usual.
Okay.
In fact, congratulations to Mama of
Bahama. Yes.
Bahama, it's a welcome development. Look at how distant the election able to be organized.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I'm begging Nigerian people, there's no need for us to be crying, fast and for us to be beating, overbeating a dead horse. Can't you maintain, tenacity? Can't you maintain high point of tranquility, high point of socialization, high point of social, professional, and political sanitary and transformations of election? Election, Satan use it to bedevil Nigeria. We don't have a serious, what you call, what you call physical, can I say, disinterpretation or interpretation or any natural disaster. We are the natural disaster we have this election. Understand me?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a natural disaster like flood, like storm, like earthquake, like other crime used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It is only this problem, how to get our system, political system, electoral rights, of adequacy of tranquility, of peacefulness, of socialization. If you're able to get it other things will follow, security will follow, peacefulness will follow, employment will follow,
right.
Organization will follow, development will follow, the technological development, economic development, political development will follow. Other nations in the world are looking up to Nigeria because every eyes of other nations are upon Nigeria. Can't you maintain peace? But understand me. That's the only thing that can have. Understand me. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that
much.
one. Dr. Prince Ike right there. Well, he has said it all, that we are our own problems. We're our own natural disaster. Well, I don't know. What do y'all think?
So he said something concerning elections.
So Satan has
actually
stepped in and using us to do his bidding and all of that. And that will be side by side with the success that recorded so far. But let's just go see. This time we hope that Satan doesn't get with what we're about to do right now, because we want to go and pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit.
No offense to the commercials. It's just that we want to see other audio. Eagles 102.3.
Get the desired clients for your business and service and get your phones buzzing. From the 1st of September to the 31st of December, you can advertise and reach a large audience with the Eagles FM Ember Months package. Advertise on any of our platforms and get a whopping 30% discount. That's right, 30% discount. For more information, please call 080-5919-8658. 080-5919-8658 or 081-5791-7278. 081-5791-7278. The Eagles FM 102.3 FM Ember package is a sure way to getting a wider clientele for your business and service.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All All right, we're back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is The Pages, right on Eagles FM 102.3, Abuja, your radio experience you can count on. And we also need you to know that we're streaming at the moment, Facebook and YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja. So hurry now to Facebook and YouTube, drop a comment, like, share the videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, most importantly, and we definitely would acknowledge, your comments or your messages on these platforms. So let's take this call. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, ma. How are you, ma?
Very well, thank you. What's your name?
Yeah, it's Honorable Olukoju from Akungba.
Honorable who?
Olukoju from Akungba.
That will be where? Akungba Akoko is where?
Yeah.
Is where?
It's
where? Hello? Where?
The well-respected area.
Where? What state?
Exactly.
From Ondo State.
Okay, beautiful. That's what we want to hear. All right, thank you so much.
Let me give kudos to the new elected from the Ghana. Then and send this a warning to the Bola Tinubu to be careful. Otherwise. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. I said, be careful. Otherwise, they said a word is enough for the wise. And in the simple words is where wisdom resides. So let's go take this one now.
Hello, good morning.
Princess, God bless your heart. It's a new day again. Barrister.
Thank you, my brother Obasanjo.
Good morning,
Feels good to hear from you. Good morning. You sound very energetic this morning.
Feels as always.
Good. Yeah.
I'm so happy. So happy to Ghana. See, small country. They teach Nigeria and educate. In fact, Ghana, God bless Ghana.
Would you like to relocate to Ghana now?
Wallahi, if I am opportune, I'm telling you, I will move to Ghana. You know, I went to Niger. I prefer Niger than Nigeria.
Chai.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Barrister.
It's okay.
I traveled to Niger. I told you I traveled to Niger. One thing that makes me come back to Nigeria is that my education only. I am telling you, I'm for safe for Niger. I'm telling you the fact. I'm telling you.
All right, Obasanjo, let's address the front page.
Thank you. Congratulations, John Dramah. We all see what transpired over there. In Nigeria, we should be wise. The level of our education, but still they will give us small spaghetti. That you go and vote. They will give you small indomie. With the level of our education, a black man, the population of the black men in Africa, but our leaders still they do us wayo. Common Niger, common Ghana, they teach us how to do election. They will just day when they bring indomie, talia, spaghetti, small all these things, 200 naira. You will see big man. Stay with my wife, with my children, collect 200 naira, queue up. Tinubu, this is a wake-up call to you. In 2027, I am telling you, Nigeria is going to change. Nigeria is going to change. We will count it. Right, thank you.
All right, Obasanjo. The part that got me with Obasanjo is the last part. In 2027, Nigeria going to change. It went all going to change on it. But anyways, thank you, Obasanjo, for that solidarity, very thoughtfulness, let's just put it that way, and your contributions we appreciate. But let's go take this one now. Hello, good morning. Hello? Yes, good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, how are you?
GB.
Good
morning,
GB. My name is GB from Life Camp.
That's right, all the way from Life Camp.
I want to congratulate the president-elect in Ghana. And to listen to the speech, he said we have to concede defeat because our internal coalition showed that the opposition has won the election, and that is very key. It means that in their party they have agents in all the polling units that brought results to them. They were not relying on RF. They were not relying on something. They are even collected, and even before the final announcement, they are collected defeat. That is very key. In the last election, we saw some candidates blaming IRF for their defeat. They did not load off real time. You ask yourself, the real time, does it change the results? When they have hard copy, because they don't have enough agents in the polling unit. Labour Party, out of 176,000 polling units, INEC conducted election. Labour Party only sent 130-something-thousand, a short of 40,000. And you are claiming that you are rigged out, that IRF did not load. IREF is not a collation center. And in order that they could not bring hard copies of what their agent gave them. Natasha in Okodisi was bring hard copies of the agent results. And doing the same thing in Adamawa, and they removed the person there and replaced Natasha and put Natasha there. So Abo was replaced in Adamawa because they were able to bring to court to prove that in the polling unit they got this thing. They said in Nigeria people are blaming INEC, blaming judiciary for their own failure when they fail flat, but they could not get enough votes. They over there, they say we have collected, we have seen the results. Our politicians, they don't have enough agents in the polling unit. Did they give the agent enough support that they will not be bought over in the polling unit? And they will fail woefully in the election. They will not be blaming INEC, blaming the judiciary for their failure when they could never prove their case in court.
Right.
You go and learn from your parents. Go and learn from Ghana.
Okay.
That look, you go to contest election, get your machinery, get everything ready. Don't rely on IREF because IREF is just an electronic billboard where they pay to result. Right, it's not your agent. The agent are not the IREF. Thank you very much.
Thank you, GB.
Thank you very much, GB.
Appreciate GB for that one. Well, GB has said quite a number of things. I mean, other people want to come from different angles to it too as well. But yes, GB, appreciated. The truth is, Ghana has set yet another, a pace, a standard, right? And it's not just for Nigeria. I mean, it's not even for just West Africa.
No, but the stray bullet that actually hit the Labour Party this morning from GB, was that necessary?
But of course, that is his opinion right there.
That's right.
And we appreciate that too as well.
Hello,
but let's go
morning.
take this.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, not ready for us right now. He said it's coming, yes.
Going somewhere. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
This will be Bright.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yes, so Bright.
Good morning, Bright.
Good morning.
Where are you calling from?
Airport Road.
Airport Road, right. It's been a while. I heard your voice though.
Yes, because it seems our problem has the fast solution. We are trying to move on, but the cog in the wheel is too much in this country. UD.
Yes, please, Bright.
You see, when they are calling you giant of Africa, you do what giants do. It's not when they are calling you giants like Goliath. If the people will come and roll you on the dust, is it not a cheerful thing? Ghana feels like a country that is moving to the right direction. And they are improving steadily. If you are telling me that from a country like Ghana, some companies in Nigeria here will live in Nigeria and be going to Ghana, is it not an improvement? And we are still answering the giant of Africa. Look at the election. Everybody now will go and sit down that this is what is a part of election and this is what class election, and people will be happy even if you lose. But what is happening in Nigeria? You are telling us INEC is not. No, it is people selling vegetables in the market for that election for us, not INEC. When you go to Chatham House, you tell us that INEC will work, this will work, at last it will not work. The person telling you that it is not the work of INEC. How can people and judiciary, how can people who are in the seat, who are fans, lawyers, judges, will tell you that our judicial system is very, very bad. And you that is from another profession is telling them that it is wrong. People, even the former INEC chairman, Jega, has told us what is wrong in the electoral system. No, the former chief justice of the West has said it. No, you don't want to improve, and you are saying that it's not a problem.
All right, right. For one time,
anything you do in this life, it will be assigned to you. If you like to improve, in Nigeria, it's not giant of Africa and India. Ghana is taking over.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Bright.
Thank you very much,
Bright says the giant is leaving Nigeria and it's going to neighboring Ghana. How true is that? But let's just go see, the messages via the WhatsApp portal already, because we've got a couple of, messages, and we wouldn't want to leave you out because you are a bona fide member of the family. Starting with the messages first of all.
All right, Turkey Bihundu says, good morning, Daniel.
Good morning to you, Turkey B.
I'm listening from Nasarawa State. On Syrian dictator, leaders must learn a lesson that actual power resides with the people. Former Ghanaian President Mahama returns. Former American President Trump returns. It's time for former Nigeria President Jonathan to return next. Okay. Lastly, I'm worried on the coming of Lakurawa terrorist group as more of Niger Delta oil money will be lavished on fighting the group. Turkey Bihundu.
That can be all right. That can be making some
when
points
you say,
right there.
When you say, okay, the former president of Ghana is back, former U.S. president is back. So, which of the former Nigerian presidents are you referring to?
He made mention of Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan.
I don't know. It's just Jonathan really coming
last
back.
Week we heard that his posters are already in circulation in Kano State,
but he has not made any statements.
Yes, he hasn't.
I mean, well, let's go see this one now. It says, "Good morning, Sir UD and Madam Omoife." All right, well spelled, well done. It says, after seeing Ghana election so peaceful, incredible, without glitches. Though Ghana is just a small country with 32 million population compared to Nigeria over 200 million, therefore I want to appeal to INEC to do everything possible to implement electronic voting system in our next election. If not, total but partial. All right, systems that will allow people to vote anywhere they are. No need for people moving from one region to the other just to vote or mobilizing military personnel up and down. If INEC can do this, Nigeria will be having very free and fair election in 2027. But it's not only when opposition win election that the elections is credible. Elections can also be credible when the ruling party wins. All right, Abbas has to put that out. Some strong points right there. Reporting all the way from Duse, you are Abbas. Appreciate that one.
All right, we have this one. This should be Comrade Ulo. I need to cough again.
Yes, sir. Please.
All right. Comrade Ulo Basi from Buhari says, good morning, the duo of Obong, Udwa Daniel, and Lady Omoefe. Well done job all the way. Thank you.
Far too kind.
Yes, Ghana as a country has made it again, to record a free, fair, and transparent elections. And Nigerian politicians are failing or falling over themselves, to congratulate the former president, John Mahama, that has been given another mandate. But here in our beloved country, the reverse is the case. For the country to come up again and be counted among the nations, INEC must be disbanded and reorganized to be really independent. In addition, the organized labor has really been failed, or they've really failed Nigerian workers. Could you believe that civil servants are yet to be paid, the much awaited so-called minimum wage since it was signed into law by President Tinubu? It's just very unfortunate that the present administration has not been keeping to their promises, even during and after elections. May God Almighty save us from ourselves.
Right.
Comrade Ulo Basi from Buhari, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Comrade Ulo Basi. Now, Triple D, all the way from Waru, saying, good morning, Eagles FM family. Good morning to you too, Triple D. The man with the golden voice, I celebrate you. Greetings to our dear sister, that will be Omoefe. He says, Nigerian president congratulates Ghanaian president-elect. Did he see or learn anything to apply in 2027? Nigeria, get it right one day. God bless Nigeria. God bless you too. Thank you, Triple D, all the way from Waru. And now let's go see how we can take, a couple of your voice messages right now, as you've sent it via the WhatsApp portal. Taking this one.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Daniel from Kurudu. If you're welcome. I want to congratulate Ghana. Ghana has done very well. They have led by an example. You see, Ghana has become a country for other Africans to learn from. What is the population of Ghana? They are less than 100 million. Nigeria is more than 200 million. We are the giant of Africa per se. Are we living by an example? Look at how the election went. Very peaceful. No loss of life. Every Ghanaian, if you watch on TVs or channels, you will see how happy they are because they went out and voted for the candidate of their choice. I think Nigeria, another country in Africa, has much to learn from Ghana. And concerning the insecurity, I think the primary responsibility of government is to protect life and property. Our security agency, they are doing their best, but we urge them to do more. The issue of killing is becoming too much in this country. And Mr. President is promising us hope, renew hope. There is so much hunger in the land. There is so much hunger in the land. You can't go to market. Nigerians are suffering. If you have a roof over your head and you have little thing that you are doing, you might not know what God has done for you. There is hunger in the land. God will lead our leaders aright. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. Let's go hear it from Salasi.
Good morning to Daniel Mesere. Good morning to Omo FM. My name is Salasi, sending this voice note from Turkey right now. I want to start by congratulating John Dramani Mahama. You can see the election of Ghana. And I hear in some papers, INEC chairman is saying that Ghana learns from Nigeria. Yes, they learned the good part of Nigeria. I remember in those before the election, the INEC chairman promised us that the result would be transferred in Chatham House. He was making a lot of promises. What happened? After announcing the election in the midnight, he said go to court. Then see how their electoral work in Ghana. Do you remember Gambia? Even when the president trying to use the electorate, they refuse. Do you remember Africans? Even when Laurent Gbagbo wanted to use his power for the election process, the people rejected. The chairman rejected. But here, do we have that? Here, whatever that comes from the power that be goes. But I know one day we will get there. Just like what the triple D from Wari always say, one day we surely get there. I'm telling you. So these are the things. So we want to appreciate you for always giving us the privilege to call and contribute. I won't take it for granted. Now good day.
All right.
Thank you very much,
Thank you so much, Salasi. We appreciate that. But we still see another message here. Let's take this one.
Coming from
well,
Chima.
it didn't quite let us know where it is that you are messaging from, Chima, please. We will not take this message. Do let us know where you are messaging from.
Right.
And then, of course, we'll take it up from there, right? But let's go see yet another voice message now. This should be from BB Blessing, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been a while, BB
It's been a while, yes. True.
Good luck, Dan. My name is Steph. How are you today? Good morning. I greet your second student assistant here. I greet our caller. I greet my daddy, a man of microphone. Celeste, God bless me. I want to say something now. Rudy, my name is Steph. You get what they happen now. Please, our backer today. When I use this opportunity, why do say when we send money, they go get 15 naira come out. When you go join, they go join 15 naira come out. What happen? When I help us, how now money not get to join again. When I help us, These people, they touch me. If they touch me, when I see some people, they pass me, they cry, say their money, they cannot feel withdraw their money. Now, please, now, when they want to draw 5,000 naira now for PS, now 200. Please, when I help Nigeria, when I help poor masses, I'm not crying because of me, not because I'm this thing, but when I help poor people, I beg, let the rest of this money be that too.
Okay, BB Blessing, we understand that. I mean, I saw somebody also, post is what would I call it now?
Alert?
Yeah, alert slip and all of that, saying hey, he sent money from his UBA, is it to his OPay or something, and that 15 naira was deducted, from his monies and all of that. If y'all also recall that there has been some conversation where the CBN had said that there will be charges of a levy of 50 naira, in addition to the other levies as we know it. And yes, there's been a far cry, it's been an outcry. Nigerians are not really very happy about this because just when you would have thought that there should have been some alleviation for the Nigerian, average Nigerian. I wouldn't want to say the common man, because we're not common, right? We are average. The average Nigerian, we are seeing some of these policies that almost strangulating, trifling or trifling with our livelihood. I mean, it just goes back to the place where some would want to say this is the highest form of insensitivity.
That's right.
As it stands. But that's what it is. It's a legit levy, legit in the sense that it's been accredited by the central bank as a levy on banks and all of these, and it has to be deducted one way or the other.
Well, on the flip side, the POS operators, they're actually having a field day now. I know we had this conversation on Eagles Outlook, I think sometime last month.
Week. Okay, was it last month?
Yes, it was last month.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay,
and we're made to understand that they are also finding it difficult to get access to cash. And the CBN has already said that any bank that don't really feel their ATM with enough cash, they will be dealt with and what have you. But don't we also have, the POS operators going to this ATM, gallery with multiple, ATM cards to just want to exhaust everything that is there. And then at the end of the day, you charge people, exorbitantly. How do you explain the fact that I have to pay 200 naira or even 250 naira
That's right.
for 5,000 naira?
Right.
It's very, very disturbing. I mean, it's okay for us to want to, apportion blames, to the federal government. Oh, your policies are too harsh. But I think we should also look inward and help ourselves as citizens.
I could take it from there where I made a withdrawal. I made this conversation last week. I mean, the POS operator told me that he's buying money, that they buy money now. I don't know how true that is, but, well, that's what they, told me, that even the banks sell the money to them too. So you see, when conversations begin to seem thin like this, it makes you want to wonder what kind of society we're building now.
But that's why we're here, because the media is actually the watchdog of a society.
Right.
When you go to the banking hall and you're made to pay money to get money, you have your smartphone with you. Just get some and send to us.
Right.
Eyewitness reports sent to our mail address. Honestly, we can take it up from there.
That's right. Our mail address, of course, www.eaglesfm.com. You can put it all there. Or as well, you can contact us via the WhatsApp portal and just let us know, hey, I've got this and this is it, and I want y'all to talk about this or to put it out. We'll just take it out from there. All right. So please trust us. With your information. It's very important. All right. We'll just go get Honorable Edward's message now and see how we can go with that.
No, for good morning. Good morning. My name is Honorable Edward from Apo.
Yes.
I congratulate the newly elected president of Ghana. So welcome development. But let's have it on record that the election is not better than our own. It's not. The difference is not much. Forget about what people are saying. They should not be using this to castigate our country as if we don't do election. We do election at an approved unit. I know how election was conducted. I was part of the election. I was a candidate. I know how it was conducted. Talking about the bill, this bill that have been giving us issues, this revenue bill, tax, I mean to say, Mr. President insists that we know do that bill is the best thing to do. I think the major problem about this bill is for the National Assembly to look into this bill, make some amendments. That is the essence of presenting bill. You can't just pass a bill as it comes from presidency. Any assembly that does that, it means clearly that there's something wrong with that assembly. So they should look into it, call for stakeholders, go for public hearing, and amend what should be amendable. I will do that. This bill is a very good bill. Thank you and God bless you.
All right.
Thank you.
Honorable Edwards. He said it's a good bill. I mean, the best you can do is look into it, and where you have to amend, and we have to pass it, and that's it. Well, there's something we're going to be passing now, and that'll be the fact that we will be taking some time off now, so that we'll pass the baton on to Vicky Vig, the sports minister on radio, as is going to be coming to discuss sports on Eagles Wings with you. All of the intrigues, action, and everything in between is what Vicky Vig will be having that conversation with you for. But 9 o'clock, come on, Faye.
Yes. We'll be back at 9 o'clock, to discuss, a subject matter that is quite interesting, at the same time very disturbing
and saddening, actually.
Yes, indeed. Because last week we saw elderly men, retired military officers, right? They stormed the Ministry of Finance.
Yeah.
Some even went there with mats, just to let you know that we mean business, right? So there were canopies there too. I mean, from the pictures I saw. So they were really ready. And this is because there are allowances that have not been paid these people, entitlements and what have you. So the list goes on and on. And just this morning, we actually heard on the news where ad hoc staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, who participated in the November 16 governorship election in Ondo State, at the weekend cried out over the delay in the payment of their stipends. So in a situation whereby I just want to dwell on this, INEC ad hoc staff now, because we want a more credible process. And then the ad hoc staff that you actually work with, you cannot meet up, or how will I put it now? You really cannot pay them for the services they already rendered. So in the future, when they compromise, would you really want to blame them?
Of course.
This is no justification for any form of compromise, but one is just saying that the right thing should be done at the right time.
Exactly. All right, and the right thing is what we're going to do now. We're doing now because it's the right time for us to do so. But keep your ears glued. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audiovisual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. If you've not gone to across social media platforms right there, you better do so now. And of course, see the ambience, see the serenity, in the studio and our faces.